tell me about your art?
Okay, so I've been an artist pretty much all my life. I used to paint and draw as a little girl, make creative things. Like we would make our own dolls, my sisters and I. And my mom taught us eventually how to sew, knit, or crochet. And so I use some of those things in these pieces that I do. When I started my career, I was mostly a painter. So you can see examples of my work on the wall, the abstract painting, and then let me do sculpture. So I came up with an idea of I'm going to use something that I can find and then add using clay.
Is there a story why you started making stuff out of bamboo?
Yeah, there is a story. I started making things out of bamboo because I made something for my son out of bamboo. And then all my friends started asking me to give them something out of the bamboo that I'd made for my son. And that's how I sort of got involved with the bamboo.
So what you are saying is that one little thing became one big thing.
Yeah. You start off with one thing and then something else comes from that.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
So this is actually a feast for the ancestors of Congo Square. You know, this field is named for Congo Square. Armstrong Park, the place called Congo Square, is where they would gather on Sundays. All the Africans who were enslaved would gather on Sundays in Congo Square, and they had a big marketplace. And they would sell their wares and their foods, and they would also drum and dance and sing the songs that they brought with them from Africa. So Congo Square is a very important part of this history and this jazz festival. So every year we do an altar for the ancestors of Congo Square.
I grew up here in the city, so when I was old enough to catch public transit, I would go down to the French Quarters and ask all the artists a whole bunch of questions. Then I go to the Vincent Art Supply, and I buy these books. Bob Fawston would teach you how to paint. Then I would head over to Loyola Avenue by the public library and check out some books. Then I go home and paint. And so, I always was one that I knew I wanted to be an artist. We get a chance to speak through art, and we speak multiple languages with art. And it can speak to a 3-year-old or 80-year-old. That is the power of art.
Telling basically a story about Louisiana mainly.
Okay. Yeah, well, definitely for me being from New Orleans, it's part of my heritage and my history and my artistic vernacular, the way I speak.
Why did you paint different words behind in the background of the paintings?
Excellent question. Now these are collages. I wanted to offer the viewer more than just art. I wanted to offer the viewer who look at my artwork, art and history.
If it ain't the thing you want, express yourself. Express yourself.
When did you know you wanted to be an artist?
Well, when I was 19, my dad gave me a camera, and I was always into seeing concerts. So I took the camera to take pictures of the concerts, and people told me I was good at it.
My name is Karma, and I'm with Timbuktu Art Colony, and I've been inspired to make my pieces because I grew up in a family of artists.
What does the word adornment mean to you?
Well, in order to adorn somebody, your work has to have a certain energy or a certain vibe. So I definitely look at my work as adornments and just adorning people, just with different verbs. I like to adorn people with beauty, with my self-expression, with creativity.
So Baba or Sergeant Colby, English, Ghanaian, and Kiswahili.
What does the word adornment mean to you?
Adornment is the beginning of art. Let me explain to you. Before people painted on walls, before people painted on papyrus, that's paper, before people did any of that, they adorned or beautified themselves. How you do everything that you do, your fingernail polish, the kind of shoes that you pick, all that is art. Suppose everybody on earth wore the same clothes, wore the same hairdos, wore the same jewelry.
What might be some good tips?
Some good tips is always push yourself. So don't just stay complacent. Don't just stay in the same place.
If you find that you like something and you practice, and over time I dedicated myself to it, then you become good and you're able to find your voice.
And I believe, because I want the person who's looking at it to believe in all of their abilities to accomplish their goals and dreams.
And you will find that art will be your magic carpet. It'll take you places that you don't expect.